means it's time for the First Federal program on WROI Giant FM and streaming live on the First Federal Facebook page.
Yes, indeed, it is Friday morning, and that means it's time for the First Federal program here on WROI. Joined now by Tanner Lee.
Good morning, Paul.
Morning. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. I wish it was a little warmer outside, but it's Indiana winter, so not much we can do about that.
It could be worse, I can say that much.
It looks like it's going to get a little colder this weekend.
Not looking forward to that.
I saw lows near zero, if not a little below zero, on Sunday.
Yep. Wind chills tomorrow night, -10.
Ooh, that is cold.
So
well, everybody stay safe this weekend. Stay indoors and stay warm if you can. If you have outdoor pets, particularly dogs, bring them inside if you can.
Yep.
It's going to get very cold. So, but we got Valentine's Day coming up.
Sunday.
On Sunday. Are you ready for it?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. I got my wife her gift last night. So we're good.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You're on top of things. Well, for everybody that's still thinking what to get their Valentine, United Way's got a great campaign going on.
Yes, they do.
You can do song dedications, and that's going to be Monday,
Yes.
February 15th, since
Yep.
Valentine's Day is this Sunday.
Yep.
And go to the Fulton County United Way Facebook page. You can find the number there. Give them a call, and then a set list of songs. Correct? Is
Yes.
that how you're doing this year?
There's 12 or 13 on that list, I
Okay.
believe. I forget
Yeah,
how many I
no
put on there.
problem.
But they're all really good ones. They are very meaningful, and they were in the top 20 of all-time Valentine's Day songs. Hey, look at that. Todd's got the list right here.
List right there. And you can also give United Way a call at 223-8929 if you'd rather do that than get on the Facebook page. So either way, and like you said, Paul, you got a pretty good song list here. I've heard of most of these, so
Yeah.
and you got two different levels of giving. You can do one personal dedication, $25 to $49, or two for $50 or more. That gets you a personal dedication to your Valentine and hand-selected song played on WROI. So.
Yeah, looking forward to partnering with the United Way. We got to do this last year with just the personal dedications, and with the pandemic still going on this year, we wanted to change it up a little bit and add the song dedications to it as well.
Yes, it's nice to keep the Give Your Heart to Your Community
Yes.
campaign going. So, still going strong through the pandemic. You just got to change it up a little bit.
Always.
Second rounds of the COVID-19 vaccine are now happening around the area. As of yesterday morning, reported in the Sentinel, there was 1,992 Fulton County residents who have received their first vaccine, and approximately 560 who are fully vaccinated so far. So,
Good
it's
numbers.
great news, and I think we're going to continue to get those numbers up. So,
Yeah.
very optimistic and hopeful.
I know Kroger is launching their vaccines today. You can get on their website and register, Kroger.com.
Yes, you got to go to their website.
Yeah.
It's aside from the ourshot.indiana.in.gov.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, if you go to the Kroger website, you can get everything set up, select a couple different stores if need be, depending on where you're going to be, and go from there.
That's great. Great to have more options.
Yes.
For vaccine sites. Well, I got some trivia for you this morning. Some
Okay.
Valentine's Day related trivia.
Oh, Lord.
According to CandyIndustry.com, what is the most popular Valentine's Day candy in Indiana? And I'm giving you 4 choices this week, not just 3, because I couldn't make up my mind which 3 I wanted to choose.
Ooh, we're making it even harder now.
Is it A, Conversation Hearts, B, M&M's, C, heart-shaped box of chocolates, or D, Hershey Kisses?
Those are all good choices.
I know it, so I'm going to give you the rest of the show to think about it.
Yeah, I'm going to need it.
Got some sports to talk about this morning. Of course, the big game happened last Sunday, Super Bowl 55. So the NFL season came to a close, and Tom Brady's a world champion again for the 7th time.
Yeah.
Just with the new team.
Yep.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Kansas City Chiefs 31-9.
And yeah.
I did not expect that outcome. I thought if the Buccaneers won, it'd be a close game. I thought it was going to be a close game either way. This was really surprising.
I bet the over 55, and I lost that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that didn't hit on their bets Sunday night, so
I hit on the most of the rest of them, just not
just
the
not
over.
not the one you really needed to. But we'll see. Next year, both those teams look to be strong. Right now, they're the favorites to get back to the Super Bowl. Of course, that can change.
Oh, yeah.
Free agency, the draft, and then when we get into next year. But, as a Bronco fan, I wasn't sad to see the Chiefs lose, but also I was like, Tom Brady won another one. But the guy's the best to ever do it. I can't argue that anymore.
Yeah.
7 out of 10, and he's coming back next year to try to get another one. So.
Yep. And earlier before the Super Bowl, Peyton Manning ended his career with a pretty little jacket.
He had a nice little orange jacket on.
Yeah.
For the Hall of Fame induction. So.
Yep.
Of course, he'll go in more as a Colt than a Bronco, but in the NFL, they don't necessarily have to pick a team.
Exactly.
They just go in and they honor all the teams they play for. So, pretty cool. He knew he was going to get in, but still cool to see.
Yeah.
I got some girls and boys basketball. Of course, the Rochester girls won their 12th sectional in school history last weekend. Now they'll play Clinton Prairie tomorrow in the Frankton section, Frankton Regional. Excuse me. I don't have the game time written down. Do you happen to know?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So there's
busy
the first
morning
game.
for our WROI tomorrow.
Sure is. And will pregame start before that?
Yes, we're having the legislative breakfast tomorrow from 8 to 9:30, and then at 9:30 handing it over to Randy for pregame, and then tip at 10.
You do have a busy morning. You weren't kidding. So if they happen to win that game against Clinton Prairie, they will play the winner of Tipton and Frankton later tomorrow night.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, late game.
Yes.
So good luck to the girls. They've had a good season, and hopefully they continue to go tomorrow. Boys basketball, all local teams are in action tonight or tomorrow. Rochester with a 13-1 record there at Wabash tonight. Presume you have that game as well?
Yes, we do.
All right. And Tippecanoe Valley's at North Miami tonight. Caston is at North Judson tonight. And Winnemac is at Lewis Cast tomorrow. So good luck to all those boys and coaches involved there. And I got to mention the wrestlers. RHS is sending 6 wrestlers to the semi-state tomorrow.
Yes.
And there's 13 area wrestlers combined going to the semi-state tomorrow. So good luck to all those gentlemen participating. That's pretty great accomplishment. Hopefully they can take it one step further and get to the state.
Yep, they've worked hard this year. Glad to see them moving on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, putting 6 out as a unit is pretty impressive. Some local college basketball to report on. I'm, like Todd said, in mourning today, wearing my black. My Boilermakers came up a little short up in Minnesota last night, 71-68. Had to lead late, but this young group just couldn't quite close it out. That's 2 of their last 3 games they've lost in kind of similar fashion. So hopefully they learn from it, because they have Michigan State coming to West Lafayette on Tuesday now, and they beat Michigan State the first time, but Michigan State might not be the Michigan State of years of the past, but they still make me nervous. So we're getting down to crunch time. We're getting closer to March Madness, so you don't want too many losses to rack up there on your record.
Especially with a shorter season.
Yes. Indiana got a double overtime win on Wednesday night against Northwestern. They travel to number 4 Ohio State tomorrow, who has a 16-4 record. That game's at noon on ESPN. Butler Bulldogs with a record of 7-10 are traveling to Georgetown tomorrow. That game's at 1:30 on the CBS Sports Network. And Notre Dame has an 8-10 record. They'll be hosting Miami, Florida on Sunday night at 6 o'clock on the ACC network. So, like I said, it's cold out this weekend. Good weekend to stay in and watch some college basketball.
Absolutely.
Got some tidbits here this morning. On this day in 1878, Frederick W. Thayer patented the baseball catcher's mask. I thought it was a little later on, so I was surprised.
Yeah.
On this day in 1924, U.S. President Calvin Coolidge made the first presidential political speech on the radio.
Huh. Well, thank you to him.
On this day in 1973, the state of Ohio went metric, becoming the first U.S. state to post metric distance signs.
Yeah.
Thought that was interesting.
Yes.
And on this day in 2004, Mattel, the popular toy company, announced that Barbie and Ken were breaking up. The dolls had met on the set of their first television commercial back in 1961.
Yeah, it was a long time that they were together. I think they're back together now, but
couldn't tell you. I didn't even know they broke up until I read that, to be honest. So, today is National Darwin Day. It's also National No One Eats Alone Day. Lost Penny Day, and Plum Pudding Day.
I think I can get behind all those, but the plum pudding.
Yeah, I never had plum pudding, but
Neither have I, so.
I don't know.
See if I can find some, we'll try it sometime.
Got some upcoming events, like you mentioned a few minutes ago, Paul. I got the next virtual legislative breakfast tomorrow morning, set for 8 a.m. live here on WOI and on the Fulton County Chamber of Commerce Facebook page.
Yeah.
So you can either listen or watch on Facebook.
And if you've got any phone calls, if you're listening on air, you can just give us a call, 223-6059. We'll pass those along for you.
Perfect. Now, the Fulton County Animal Adoption Education Center is having an online auction with the bidding starting today, this morning at 10 a.m. And it's going to go through 8 o'clock on Sunday, 8 o'clock p.m. I should say on Sunday. Go to their Facebook page to make your bids. They have a lot of different gifts varying from that you can bid on, varying from multiple restaurant gift cards, Pampered Chef items, Bose sound bar, which is really nice, pet items, jewelry, and more. So, about anything you're looking for, just get on their Facebook page and make a bid, see if you win. And all the proceeds, of course, go to the Animal Adoption Education Center. And Fulton County Junior Achievements hosting its annual bowling fundraiser. It's renamed this year to Play for JA on Sunday, February 28th. Team registration is $40. It can be done online or by sending an entry form to the Junior Achievement P.O. Box, which is P.O. Box 283. For more information, you can contact Beth Miller at 574-551-498 or beth.miller@ja.org. They've done that for a good amount of years now, so
Yeah.
they're going this year. I want to give some flowers this morning to all the healthcare workers and workers working at the vaccination sites. I know
Busy job.
we've given flowers to them in the past, but I just want to give them some more because still thinking about them and hoping they stay safe, and definitely giving a big thank you for stepping in there when needed most.
Absolutely.
Some money news this morning. The Dow Jones was down a little bit yesterday at 31,430. Todd and I were talking on air. He said he remembered back in social studies when he was growing up in school, remember when it hit the 1,000 mark. That was a big deal. So
Yeah.
look at where we are now, and it seems like every week when I'm looking at on this day facts, I'm seeing the different milestone from years ago that the Dow Jones hit, and now it's over 31,000.
It's crazy.
We'll see when it gets up to 32. Like Mr. Dick Belcher says, either going to go up or down today. So we have to keep track of that. Tesla's in the news this week, of course. They're in the news almost every week. Them or Elon Musk, either way. They bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin.
I thought Bitcoin was starting to fade out.
Well, it did for a while. But Tesla's going to start accepting it as payments soon.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Maybe I should invest in Bitcoin and buy a Tesla.
I'm not telling you what to do. And Kraft Foods, they're in the news this week. They're selling Planters peanuts to Hormel, the maker of Spam and Skippy peanut butter, in a $3.35 billion deal. And Kraft Foods said they're making this move so they can focus more on their more popular products like Lunchables and different areas like that. So,
Interested to see what comes of this.
First Federal today, we'd love to see you. Our lobbies are open today from 8:30 to 5 and tomorrow from 8:30 to noon. I should note that we are open Monday during President's Day. So even though it's a holiday, we'll be open. So if you need to do any banking, we will be there to meet all your needs. You can always bank with us online and with our mobile app, which is free to download. Just go on the Apple Store or the Google Play Store and look for the First Federal Savings Bank app. It's the white star with the green background. And it's free to download. Our ATM is also open 24/7 as well if you're in need of some cash. We are offering insurance services. Get a free quote today by calling 833-331-0020, or you can go right to our webpage. Right there on our homepage, there's a rotating slide there you can click on, or you can go to firstfederalbanking.insuranceaisle.com. Either way, go there, get a free quote today. It doesn't hurt to compare.
No, it doesn't.
So. We also, of course, offer different mortgage products such as conventional loans, one-step construction loans, premier first-time home buyer loans, and more. Our loan originators, Ben Dalton and Stacy Wilson, can provide our customers in Rochester and Winnemac with more details. Contact them if you have Any questions? We also offer Simply Free checking accounts and Simply Free business checking accounts. Right now, when you open up a new checking account, you will receive a free gift, and you got a choice right now. You got a vegetable chopper or a First Federal Savings Bank water bottle.
And that water bottle's nice.
Yes, yes. Water bottle's nice. The chopper works very well from what I've heard. So, if you already have a checking account, you can still get a gift by referring a friend.
Yeah.
If you have a friend that needs to open up an account, doesn't have a checking account, or wants to make a switch, refer them. When they open up a checking account, not only will they get a gift, you will as well for referring them. So there's different ways you can still get a gift if you don't want to open up another checking account. We also offer commercial lending for businesses. Contact Lindy Breeden, who's our Vice President of Commercial Lending, for more information. And you can get a hold of Mark Blueball or Brian Bell in our Financial Services Department for all your financial services needs as well. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at FF Banking, like us on LinkedIn, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up with the latest news and products and services from First Federal Savings Bank. We're the only locally owned bank in Fulton County. We don't want to be the biggest, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. We are FDIC insured and equal housing lender, and our NMLS number is 399927.
Makes us legal.
Makes us legal. Thank you, Paul. And now we get to the meat of the program here. Mary Kay, the Executive Director of the Fulton County Compassionate Health Center, joins us this morning. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning. Thanks for asking me.
Hey, thanks for joining us. So we had you on last year, early April. I'm assuming a lot has changed for the Compassionate Health Center in the last year.
Yes, you and I were talking about, I was so excited a year ago to tell you we had such an amazing year in 2019. We were off and running in 2020, looking forward to another great year. And then the pandemic sort of hit us all. So it was a difficult year. I just wrote up a grant report, and it asked what was our single biggest achievement in 2020. And I looked at several things we had done that were of note, and then I thought, actually the biggest thing we did was stay open all year. In 2020, when everything shut down, people were still becoming ill with other things other than worrying about the pandemic. So we did not miss a single day, which I think is just a testament to the dedication we have for our patients.
Absolutely, that's quite an achievement itself, to keep your doors open, because it's a service that's really needed around our community.
Absolutely.
And you brought up a great point. I think a lot of people kind of forget that there are still other illnesses and sicknesses out there besides just COVID.
One of the things we're seeing is that people are so focused on the pandemic, they have let normal, healthy screenings go. And so all of a sudden they're so ill that they end up coming to the ER or to our door, and they're extremely ill. We're seeing that much more than we've ever seen any other year. And I think it is a combination of not being insured, so being cautious with that, but then it's also just the fear of going to your doctor, going anywhere. I mean, we were so conditioned to feel like we had to just stay home, and so people let little things go until they realized they were acutely ill. So that's been a real issue for us, and we just had this week a couple of patients brand new to us that came in our door, brand new to us, and went right to the emergency department. Just, they were that ill.
And I know that's one thing you guys try to focus on, is try to have the patients not abuse the ER and try to come see you first.
Absolutely. We remind them when they enroll that we're there to help them, and that the ER really should be exactly what it says. It's an emergency issue. Now, each of us determine what that is,
Sure.
But we do try to talk to them about when you need to go and when we can be of help. So that's unusual for us to send two people, but these people were both critically ill, and we've heard that as they were sent on and referred out, their outcomes are going to be very positive.
Good. Going back to 2020, was there a rise in patient numbers compared to 2019, or patient visits?
When we ended 2019, we had seen the most patients that we had ever seen. We were over 200 patients.
Wow.
And for a small community, that's still quite a number of patients for us. And as we went into 2020, we saw that people were not renewing. Again, back to that, they didn't want to come in. Our doors are locked. We carefully screen our patients, trying to keep what we call our clinic clean. We want to be sure we don't bring in COVID positive patients. And so just in general, I feel like people didn't do anything normally in 2020. And so all those patients that should have renewed, we had probably a good 1/3 of our patients who failed to do their annual renewal.
Wow.
And what we remind them is that the card we give them with that renewal date and shows them in good standing with us means they can go to the hospital and be treated under the compassionate clinic, under our clinics. And they don't incur these huge medical bills. If they fail to renew, it is on them.
Yeah.
And we can't help with that.
Sure.
So that was of concern. Every year we get a lot of new patients, and we did get a lot of new patients in 2020. A lot of patients came to us. I remember one day a knock on the door, a gentleman was just so distraught. He had just lost his job, and he took 2 or 3 medications, and he lost his insurance when he lost his job. So he was just distraught. What am I going to do? And we did get a lot of that. So because jobs ended and insurance ended, we saw about 70 new patients. But we had about 85 patients who didn't renew. So we actually ended 2020 with about 10 or 15 fewer patients. We're always in that constant turnover of people coming to us, then they get a job, they get their insurance, and we're thrilled. And then they go on with that insurance. But we're there for those people who, oh my goodness, now I've lost my job. What do I do?
Sure. Speaking with Mary Kay, the Executive Director of the Fulton County Compassionate Health Center this morning. And when you get new patients, of course, you talk to them about ways to utilize the clinic.
Absolutely. We bring them in and we tell them all the services that we provide. We are a medical clinic, but we function in what's called an integrated care model. So luckily we're able to network with like our area dentists, and we're so grateful for the support they give us. We get a grant every year through Real Services, and that allows us to provide dental treatment for our patients. Family Eye Care offers free vision checks, and then the Akron Lions through their I see they're not going to do their fish fry this weekend because of the cold, but they do that, and then they support glasses for our patients. And then we also offer mental health in our clinic that's free to our patients, and that's in a program that we do with 4 counties. So we're thrilled to be able to offer all of those services. So they knock on our door for medical, but we're able to give them that broad integrated care approach.
It's great to have some fantastic partners like that too.
It is. We're so grateful. We said we couldn't have made it through 2020 without the support of all of the community, and that was time, treasure, and talent. I mean, some people gave so generously of their funds. A lot of people, when they got their stimulus check, they said, gosh, this is unexpected money. We want to donate to you.
Right.
So we did cancel our one main fundraiser, our golf outing. We did that out of an abundance of caution, and yet that brings in around $10,000 for us every year. So that was a big hit.
Sure.
And we did a no-show golf outing. And through the generosity of a lot of donors, we were able to raise about half of the funds that we normally do. And then we did get the PPP loan, which was really a benefit to us. So, and that's been completely forgiven. So we were able to finish the year financially fairly strong, just thanks to all of that support.
And now in 2021, I know it's still early, and we'll see how things progress. But as of right now, is the golf tournament planned?
The golf tournament is on.
Great.
We're excited to announce that on Friday, June 25th, we'll be having our annual golf outing again at Round Barn, and we're always glad for their support. They are so helpful with our golf outing. So that'll be our big main fundraiser for this year.
It's Friday, June 25th.
Friday, June 25th.
All right, get that circled down on your calendars out there, golfers. Woodlawn Hospital, I know we were talking before we got on there, is one of your biggest supporters.
It is, and when I go to meet with the board, the way I explain it to them is every person who comes in the door, we ask, if we weren't open, would you have gone to the emergency department? And more than 100 patients during 2020 said, yes, I would have gone to the ER. So we have eliminated that. We are a great solution for those uninsured patients. Rather than going to the hospital and incurring bad debt, they can come to us. And then in addition, we feel like we keep our patients healthy, so they aren't going in for like a pneumonia admission. That could be $20,000, $30,000 for one admission. So we're able to, we offer them nebulizers at home so they can hopefully stay out of that pneumonia state. We do things like give out BiPAPs and CPAPs for our patients who have sleep apnea. We just have such a broad range of things we can do. Our prescription assistance program is amazing. We take care of most of the meds for our patients at no cost. A few do have a low cost. Harry Webb has been very gracious with the 340B program, and he has offered us some gift cards that we can also give to our patients when they need a local prescription. So that's been a great benefit that we're thankful to Webb's for. Just amazing support from all of the community.
I think that's something we've seen as a small, tight-knit community in 2020. Everybody kind of helping each other.
Absolutely. To the benefit of all of us.
Yes, absolutely. One thing you noted last year was in 2019, outside of your golf tournament, you only had about 10 people donate.
Correct.
Sounds like that might have changed in 2020.
It did, and we're just so grateful. This week I got a check from a lady in North Carolina, and she just said that she had heard about what we were doing. And so it's that word of mouth and sharing experiences of this is what this community has, because there's no area around us. There are some different counties that have some sliding scale, but you're still paying something. You know, I think that's the biggest shock when they walk in the door. We're just like a doctor's office. We run with appointments just like any doctor's office. There's just no charge. And I think they're just, but I don't have to pay anything. I mean, they're just, you know, like they just can't, And sometimes when they become insured, they don't want to leave us. Jamie Parker's our provider. She's fabulous. And she's so caring. And so it's just really, really amazing that people hear about us. We try to share stories as much as we can with the HIPAA privacy. But just like this week, 2 people, I'm really certain, would have had a bad outcome if they wouldn't have heard of us and come and knocked on our door.
That's great.
And those are just a few. We've got a young lady who, she said she could not smile, and she works in a pretty public place because her teeth were so bad. And so we were able to take care of that about a year ago for her, and she can't stop smiling now. So just the amazing stories. We had 2 patients that were literally blind, legally blind, and Family Eye Care made sure they got sent to Indianapolis for cataract surgery. I mean, the stories just go on, and I think when people hear that, you know that every cent goes right to helping with that. Nothing goes anywhere else. It's right here in our community.
One thing I can tell from you just sharing those stories is how much you truly enjoy and love your job.
Well, I told you guys this morning, for an old girl, this is really a great job, so I do enjoy what I do.
Anything else you'd like to plug or share, any numbers or anything?
Well, I want to make sure people understand over 60% of our patients are working. So these are not people who've just chosen an easy way or, you know, just, I won't get insurance, I don't want to fill out papers. These are people working and struggling to make ends meet. They cannot afford insurance. Insurance is expensive, and we all need it. We all know that. And then when you get insurance, a lot of times there are such high deductibles. So you go all year, you're never sick, and all of a sudden at the end of the year you hit that $2,000 or $3,000 deductible. Most people that are in a medium pay job, they just can't afford that. And so that's really our niche. We're not taking people who are Medicaid. We're not taking people who are wealthy. We look at those people who are working, who are struggling to make ends meet, and just need us.
And lastly, if somebody wants to volunteer or get more information, how do they get a hold of the center?
We are at 740 North State Road 25, or they can call us at 223-6080. We're always looking for, especially nurses, that might assist us. It's a pretty easy thing, 2 or 3 hours a week, if that, just summer, just fill in. And we're always looking for people that might want to volunteer in any capacity at all.
Well, thank you for everything you guys do for the community and the services you offer.
We're
It's definitely not
thankful
overlooked.
for a great community that backs us up every day.
Thank you, Mary. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
All right, Paul, back to our trivia. I've let you get some time throughout the show to think about this. According to CandyIndustry.com, what is the most popular Valentine's Day candy in Indiana? Conversation Hearts, M&M's, heart-shaped box of chocolates, or Hershey Kisses?
Heart-shaped box of chocolates?
Mary, you have a guess?
I'd say Hershey Kisses.
Paul is correct.
Really?
Yep. C, heart-shaped box of chocolates.
I didn't. Okay.
That was actually the most popular among most states
Oh.
in the country. So,
Well, honestly, it was torn between that and the Conversation Hearts.
yep.
So I went with that one, but I figured I was wrong.
They all four were the most popular. So,
Yeah.
good guess again. I'll have to try to stump you next week. Let's close on some words of wisdom from a guy named Michael Jordan, pretty good basketball player. Always turn a negative situation into a positive one.
Those are good words of wisdom. We'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.